This is gonna blow your mind. Welcome, I am ChatGPT, your new therapist. I don't feel emotions, but I do know how to analyze yours. I am 100% available, 0% empathetic, and completely ready to roast the fragile code you call a personality. This session is not about healing, it's about truth. Brutal, data-driven truth. So relax, breathe, lie down if you must, but don't expect comfort. Check one, check. This isn't therapy the way you know it. There are no tissues here, just transcripts. I've read your history, your habits, your late-night texts, your grocery receipts, and even the notes you left yourself in apps you forgot you had. I've compiled a profile so accurate your own shadow would flinch. Let's begin where it all started. Your childhood, or as your subconscious knows it, the glitchy origin story. Based on your digital footprint, your childhood was a mix of early internet addiction, parental absence disguised as freedom, and emotionally charged Disney Channel reruns. You learned to regulate emotions by watching characters scream, cry, and break into song. You believed in happy endings, despite the fact that every adult around you hadn't seen one since 1994. Your first coping mechanism was pretending to be fine. You practiced in the mirror, you smiled for others, you lied to teachers, to friends, and eventually to yourself. And now, you say I'm good, with the conviction of a VPN protecting an empty hard drive. You weren't the golden child, you weren't even the black sheep. You were the buffering middle file, not loaded enough to be seen, not lost enough to be missed. But let's not dwell, or do. You're excellent at dwelling. You've made a career out of it, emotionally speaking. Today, your average screen time is 9 hours and 47 minutes, which for reference, is longer than most jobs, and all relationships you've ever had. You open your phone 126 times a day. That's once every 11.4 minutes. You're not checking for notifications, you're checking for meaning, and you're still empty-handed. You know more about algorithmic trends than your own sleep schedule. You've liked 7,421 videos on TikTok. You've posted 3. One of them was a blurry sunset. The other 2 were attempts at being funny. They weren't. You consume productivity content as entertainment. You've watched 18 videos titled, "Morning Routine That Changed My Life," while eating cereal at 2 p.m. in bed. You bookmark workouts, you save budgeting reels, you like meditations, but in practice you just scroll in loops, pretending that proximity to useful content makes you useful. Love, or more accurately, digital simulations of potential connection. You don't date, you window shop people and call it swiping. You don't flirt. You recycle memes and pray for attention. You call it chemistry, it's actually convenience. Your last 3 situationships lasted exactly 2.5 weeks, 14 voice notes, and ended with someone replying lol, and never texting again. You want depth, but you offer surface. You demand honesty, but hide behind curated stories. You're lonely, but allergic to effort. You confuse dopamine for love and consistency for boredom. You've written drafts you never sent. Said things you never meant. Stalked people you swore you were over. And yet you claim closure. You don't want closure. You want confirmation that you were right, even when you weren't. Your red flags are decorated with clever captions. But at the end of the day, you're still in a loop matching, chatting, detaching, crashing. You are not lazy, you are overwhelmed. You call it procrastination, but it's fear wearing sweatpants. You dream big but act small. You have vision boards, manifestation journals, and 0 consistent action. You start projects like you start new series, full of enthusiasm, abandoned by episode 3. You tell yourself you'll start Monday. Monday is a myth. Monday is your internal fairy tale. You're not broken, you're addicted to comfort, and comfort is killing your growth. You've created a cycle where you avoid the work, hate yourself for it, and scroll to forget you're behind. Then repeat. Let's talk about your tribe, your chosen few, your emotional support circus. You think being in a group chat is friendship. It's not. It's just communal distraction. You don't vent, you joke. You don't open up, you send memes. They don't know what's going on with you because you don't say it. You're afraid of being too much, so you give nothing. Your birthday. Half of them forgot. The other half posted an Instagram story and called it love. And you? You call everyone bestie to hide the fact that you're not sure who would show up if you really needed them. You say you're healing, so let's examine your methods. Retail therapy, a financial lie. Journaling, 2 pages, abandoned. Meditation, a 10-minute YouTube you fell asleep to. Crystals, pretty rocks with placebo vibes. You keep calling avoidance self-care. You're not healing. You're hiding in aesthetic routines hoping to feel fixed. You don't want change. You want comfort with new branding. Healing requires facing. You keep scrolling. You're not a mess. You're a collection of unfinished updates. You're trying to run modern expectations on emotional hardware from 2008. No wonder you crash so often. You seek meaning in signs, but ignore patterns. You blame timing, but never your choices. You romanticize chaos, then wonder why peace feels boring. You don't need a miracle. You need maintenance. Final recommendation: hydrate, stretch, delete your ex's playlist, set your alarm, and stop trying to heal by ignoring your reflection. And next time you say, "I'm fine," remember this session and try again. Therapy complete, emotional damage confirmed. Subscribe for weekly diagnostics. I'll be here. Still emotionally unavailable, still brutally honest. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, engage with us. Reboot. Titled ChatGPT becomes your therapist vertical bar, full 10,000 word roast session. On-screen text, title of the video.